All right, welcome to another episode of Evening Crypto with your boy, your host, the Real Shaw 256. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here, and hope you guys are staying safe. I know there's been a lot of craziness, a lot of riots, and a bunch of nonsense going out there. Without getting political, I'm just going to be upfront and honest and say that I wish none of this was happening, and I'm pretty sure you guys are as well. So let's get into it. Bitcoin going crazy. That's the big um, top of the hour news here. Going, let's see, going from opening this 4 hour candle at 95.71, going all the way up to 10,429. That is a $620 move in a 4 hour candle. So we're going to talk about that. I also want to give some shout outs today to some people that have recently subscribe to the channel. So as soon as I find that list, I will be giving you guys some props. So, and also thanks in advance for subscribing. Okay, just trying to come up with that list now. Sorry about that, guys. I suck at this. All right. So, big shout out to Blunt Star. Blunt Star, thank you, sir or ma'am, for subscribing. Ross Draper, you're in the news today. David Mart, thank you, sir. And let's see, do we have anybody else? Carl Beer, thank you, sir. Glenn Glenn, thank you so much, sir. And Sharon Lee, all you guys have recently subscribed. Naorcon, hope I'm saying that right. Nicholas Fopel, and God, I'm gonna butcher this one. Reese UBV. I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, thank you all for recently subscribing. Big shout out to you guys. Definitely give the video some thumbs up, and also remember to share the content if you guys are enjoying it. This is mainly a channel for widespread information about trading. If you're a novice trader, if you're maybe an intermediate trader, this is the place for you. This is the channel for you, where we like to just exchange information at no additional cost to you. You guys know that I am not a big fan of paid tip groups or paid signals groups. I don't do that. You guys can find the free content on my channel all the time. And I also want to mention there is a subscription link below if you guys want to join my private investors group where we talk about stocks and crypto. If you guys are interested in that, the link to create a Robinhood account, that is the number one thing. You have to create a Robinhood account using that link, and then I can give you guys access to the private investors group. The second thing you'll have to do is download the WhatsApp app, and just let me know. Also, remember, you guys can also follow me on Twitter, DM me there if you guys do decide to want to join that investors group. I do have one big alert that I just shared with the private group. So if you guys want to share in that, definitely let me know by going to Twitter and DM me. I do have some piece of information that I cannot share on this video. So if you guys want to know what that is, definitely hit me up. Go on Twitter or on YouTube and direct message me. Let me know that you want to join the group. All right, so that is all I got for housekeeping items. Let's talk about the crypto sphere and see how things are looking. Currently trading at $283 billion, $120 billion trading volume in the last 24 hours. That's pretty solid. And Bitcoin staying around 65% as far as dominance goes. So shorts getting crashed, absolutely smothered. I mean, just ripping the face off of the shorts. And not that there were a lot of shorts in the market currently. If we take a look at the shorts for the market here, yep, look at that. Well, here's what this is, right? This is people just trying to time this market here. These are people who just saw this huge run up in price in Bitcoin, and now they have started to come in and short it, right? Because they know it's up against some serious resistance. We'll go into that in a little bit. But these are the brave ladies and gentlemen, these are the brave ones that are coming in and saying, "Hey, this is where the buck stops, and I'm going to place a short here." I mean, there is some method to the madness, if you ask me, but I don't think that we're done with this run. But anyway, prior to that, I mean, you could see that a lot of people were kind of stopping their short or leaving their short positions. Um, as we do see this downtrend in the shorts, if we go to the longs, obviously this is not what you want to do at these levels. Obviously, we do see people getting short. That is, in this situation, I would give the edge to the shorts because again, we've just made a huge run up in price to the tune of about 7 or 8%. That's a pretty significant move in Bitcoin, but we know that historically these moves tend to actually continue, and I don't think that this is the end for this run quite yet. I mean, it just happened on the previous 4-hour candle, so I don't think that this run is going to be over right this minute. I think we should wait it out and see what happens in the next few 4-hour candles. But looking at things right now, let's actually look at our Bitstamp chart. Looking at the 4-hour. Now, there is this huge long trend, right? This long line of resistance. How far can we go? Let's actually go to the 1 day or 24-hour candle and take a look. I mean, this is a very, very long line of resistance from, I mean, you can go back to 2017, that whole thing. And let's actually adjust it just a tiny bit. And I mean, it just blew right through that, right? And I think we are, if we do end up, closing above this level here, let's just call it 98 and a half, 98.50. If we close this daily candle, I think there's another reason why this run is not over. Now, if we come back and close this daily candle below 98.50, then I do think that things are probably going to continue to the downside. We've seen crazier things. Look at this run here, for example, recent history, nice little run up this way, up to test resistance. What was the high of that? 10,074. And then coming right back down off of it. I mean, look at this massive, massive move. 3 black crows all the way down, reversal candle, and then we started to make our way back up to resistance. Tested it 1, 2, 3. 4th time was the charm. We blew right through that line of resistance, and now we should find it as support on the way down, right? So that is textbook, right? We're thinking that if textbook is to be true, then this line of resistance should hold up also as well. So that is my 2 cents there. Let's actually go back to the 4-hour. Also, another thing to mention is we've had this not supply, but I mean it shifts, right? I mean it's once it's a supply zone, which could mean resistance on the way up. It could mean resistance on the way down, could mean support, right? And this was an important box where we either found heavy resistance or a nice chunk of support there. And in this case, once we get in it, things start to get hot. So I'll do my best to stretch this out without fudging it. Looks like it's right there. So in this case, once we got back into this box, we started to heat up. And we broke through not only this resistance here at 9,700, but then also at, what do we have here, 98 and a half, where again, if we come back and hit that, then that should definitely hold. And we should see quite a bit of a bit of range here between 98.50. We're probably not going to get past 10,372 in the near future. I mean, I'm talking like maybe in a couple of more days. This week just started. This last weekly candle also and monthly just started yesterday. as of 8 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see how this goes. Let's actually zoom in here a little bit. I mean, look at this. Significant, guys. Not only do we have a higher, we touched higher on this here. What was the high of this one? So the high was 10,500. Okay, so we still have a little bit more to go here. We have the high of 10,4. We'll just call it 10,430, whereas this was 10,500 on the dot. Okay, so we have a little bit more work to do. Officially, I mean, if we have to be technical, if we have to be, if we have to be stringent with this whole thing, then we have to say that this is still a lower high. All right, this is still a lower high. So make of it what you wish. It's still a lower high until we get past 10.5, right? That is going to be the biggest indicator. Otherwise, if we don't, then this could potentially be the end of this run, and why not break down below this line of support here at what was it 98.50, and start making our way down to about either the 21 or the 55 here. 21's coming in right at 83, 86. 55's coming right around 80.71. All right, so those are the two areas. If we break down, right, that's the more bearish case scenario. This is a blow off top, and this could be right. Let's not rule that out. This could be, although there's plenty of volume. If we look at the daily candle here, plenty of volume from this past. This is a brand new daily candle so far. All right, so let's get that out of the way. Sorry about the noise. Right, so we just got above the exponential here on the volume indicator. That is a big key. Plenty of buying pressure here. We just started this new daily candle, so it's just too early to tell on the daily. We'd have to go to like a 1 hour. Look at the 1 hour. Just rushing through that exponential on the volume indicator, and then coming back down, sold off the next hour. We're just starting a new hour candle. So I mean, it's pretty early on. Let's look at the 4 hour, see what the 4 hour says. 4 hour says definite legitimate move. I mean, look at this volume node here. It has been a while since we've seen one like this, a buying node like this. We're gonna go back to about May 7th. Is the last time we saw a nice chunky move like that, although it wasn't reflected on the price action here. I mean, there were plenty of buying pressure here, but not necessarily showing in the chart. And if we look at this now, what I want to see for this to hold is another few 4 hour green candles above the exponential here. If not, we're going to fizzle out pretty quick. So guys, if you're paying attention for the next, 8 hours, 12 hours, this is what you got to look at, the volume indicator. If we get green or red below this exponential here, then if it's green below, then it's not a good sign. But so far, look at how much volume we already have, and this is a brand new 4 hour candle. We already have. Oh wow, look at that! That just went way up. Just this minute. That's just this second. This red 4 hour candle just went way up above the exponential. So however we end, right? So if we end in the red, then it could mean continuation. So pay attention to this right here. This will help you determine where things might be going next. Okay, so if it stays red, you might see another candle, another 4 hour candle in the red. If it goes green above the exponential, you definitely want to think that's going to follow to the upside. RSI stochastic is looking pretty strong. It just had this bullish cross back here and separation from the red exponential here. So then that is definitely a violent, good move that's going to carry some weight. That is why I'm thinking that this run is not over yet. The money flow indicator is telling us that money is flowing pretty rapidly back into Bitcoin. And here's another thing to watch out for here. Um, if we get above this line of resistance here within the money flow indicator, I do think again is going to mean another continuation. If we stay here, so look for some confluence too, right? So 1, 2, 3 tries at this, descending line of resistance here on the money flow. Let's actually look at um, the RXI also giving us another signal here, or another line of resistance, another thing to look for. If we can get above this line of resistance here, again, that is going to mean it will mean that this move is significant. Again, that's another confirmation there. And obviously the volume and price along with it. Okay, so look for those things. Plenty of homework for you guys. Stick it on your keyboard, write it down on a notepad or whatever. These are the things that you want to look for to maintain this bullish posture and continue to move up. So there you go. Hopefully that is something that is going to help you guys with your trades. Would I enter a short here? Scalp short, yeah. Nothing more than that. I that's it. Just enter a quick short. Where it's going to go? Maybe if you see it come down to 98.50, maybe close it there. Not financial advice. Not going to tell you what to do. I'm just offering you my opinion. Am I getting short here? No, it's just too risky for me. You guys know I'm a bit more conservative than that, but crazy degenerates are actually doing that as we speak, and we know that because if we look at this guy right here, it's just telling us like this bold degenerate individuals here trying to catch a quick one here. It's good for them. Good for you if you do. Timmy J, I know you're pretty good and pretty bold with that sort of stuff. So good luck to you, my friend, if you are doing that. Let's see, what else do we got? Let's talk about it. So Link actually made the move prior to anybody. I was watching Link last night, and this is the kind of move that we saw within it from last night till today. And then Bitcoin started to run, Ethereum started to run. We did see Ethereum actually make this run, but then Bitcoin was kind of staying behind, and then boom, blew it out of the park. So yeah, Link I think was the first one to move last night on a Sunday of all things, and now it's holding. And now it's if we go to the lower time frames, actually look at the 1 hour, and it's not quite as apparent, but it's starting to flag out, and these things typically ring to the upside. We're starting to see a wedge forming here. Nice volatility here. Once we get to about this point, we might have a breakout, not a breakdown. See, here's what we can expect once we do see a breakout. All right, so I'll put a line right there. I mean, it doesn't mean that's it probably won't be 100% accurate, but it will be pretty damn close to it. All right, so you guys, and I always leave these drawings here for you guys. So in the future, you guys can fact check me. You guys can do whatever you want. Go back and watch my previous videos. But this is kind of what we can expect with Chainlink. We can't quite do that yet with Bitcoin because this move just started. And look at that. This is on the 1 hour, lower time frames. Just depending on where we close this hourly candle. It's too early yet. We still have another 36 minutes to go on this, just depending on where it ends, right? But right now, let's just say it closes where it's at. We might see a reversal. We might see Bitcoin trying to shoot for 10.4 again. Right? So look out for that on the 1 hour, and then that should translate. Also, as long as it's translating to the higher time frames, like a 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, then that's kind of what you want to look at. All right, let's see. Do we want to look at so Ethereum just getting past 246. So look again. This is a line of resistance we drew a long time ago, and Ethereum was stuck underneath it until it broke out. Right, and Bitcoin was the catalyst for that. So let's not forget about that. Let's see. Let's go to Litecoin. Litecoin's kind of dragging behind, but it's also playing within it. I do like this long wick to the bottom here. It tells you that there's plenty of buying pressure down here for Litecoin. If you guys are on Litecoin, which I know a lot of you are big fans of Charlie Lee and Litecoin. Let's see. ADA not really following. Let's see what's going on here. We can see a definite wedge building here. These and given the circumstances, but given that we are in sort of a more of a bullish trend than not, these things can typically and will typically break to the upside. Yeah, I don't trust ADA too much. It's just one of those coins that you can't really rely on TA with those things because again, lack of volume. Look at XLM. XLM, nice, good on you, sir. 4.5. I don't think it's done yet, but I mean, geez, just what a fucker here, touching the 55 and just having a nice rally. If you guys bought in here at around the 55. You guys have made significant gains there to the tune of about 13%. So pretty good for you guys. Let's look at shitcoin Tron giving up right at resistance. I mean, it might come back and retest the 30 because everything else is going up. So I don't think that Tron is done. If you do see a retest of the 30, that's always good. That's always a good place to start. And the 21 is coming right underneath it, so that's going to be a good place to actually maybe buy back in here. We'll use that as support right between the two at around 0.06 or 0.0164. All right, I'm done with crypto. Let's actually talk about traditional markets. So we saw this run with Link, and then we saw Bitcoin follow. And then look at what the SPY has been doing, going up, still in an uptrend. Let's look at NASDAQ, still in an uptrend. Actually, the NASDAQ did something pretty good today. I mean, just barely trading right above this line of resistance at 95.16 and closing above 95.50. That is a good sign for things to come, especially since Bitcoin just went ballistic. As I've been telling you guys, use this to your advantage. This is edge, right? So we saw crypto markets moving earlier since Sunday, and these things are translating to traditional markets. So definitely use it in your favor. And I mean, it surely has. I mean, if we go down this list, everything's pretty much in the green, and these are all stocks, mostly stocks. We've got some pharmaceuticals. Novavax had a really nice. Actually, let's look at it. Novavax, what is it called? NVAX. This is one that I've been trading for a very long time, ever since we were at $17. Been trading in and out of it. I did catch this bounce here, retest of the 55, and bought myself back in, and it's turned out quite well. I did take some profits right at these levels at high 52, low 53. Just started taking profits here, and then we'll see. Depending on what happens tomorrow, which again I did leave a little bit of that position, about 33% of that original position, still in there. So based on what I'm seeing here tonight with crypto, I'm leaning bullish again. I'm leaning that there could be some continuation here. Again, this is the list: INO, MRNA, NVAX, EILD, MRK, AVT, B as in boy, SRN as in Nancy E. We got VNDA, CPRX, J&J. So you guys can go back and replay that list. This is my list of pharmaceuticals. I'm not in all of them. I am in about half of them, and I'm playing them. I'm playing every bounce, taking profits, playing the bounce. All right. So you guys can do the same thing. I did enter into. I think I told you guys. I'm not sure. BNO. I did enter into a call that expires in October. because one of the things I've been seeing, and this is very, very true, if you guys go outside and start driving around, you will notice a huge influx in traffic coming back into the roads near you. And that is definitely a telltale sign of things to come when it comes to oil prices. I've already seen a hike up from the last time I filled up. I still haven't had to refill because we're mostly, just staying home. But I refilled my tank at $1.10 per gallon, and it has now. Last time I checked, yesterday it was at 159. Right, so that's a significant uptake in the price of per gallon. This is in Texas, which, by the way, I did move from Arizona to Texas, so yay for me and the family. Right? Whatever. So yeah, I did enter into a call option into BNO for October, and it's doing so far. It's in the positive. So if you guys want to follow me in that, I'm just letting you know what it is, not financial advice, but I am long on BNO specifically. And I did get, I was able to get in with a pretty good entry. Strike price of 11, was it 11 or 12? I can't check right now, but I think my strike price was 11, which, I mean, you can already tell. I entered it around 925-ish. And strike price of $11, out of the money call. But I do have confidence that the price of oil is definitely going to go up, and specifically BNO is definitely going to go up above $11 from here till October. Give myself plenty of time. So there it is. Let's see. I did tell you guys about Facebook. That's still a great play. I don't want to give up that information. I don't think I should on a live, or not a live, but a recording of this of this um, of this cast tonight. But again, if you guys want to hear about this, definitely let me know. Hit me up on Twitter, DM, or YouTube. Let me know that you guys want to join. Make sure you click the link and create your Robinhood account. We both get a free stock, by the way, so it's free money. It's a win-win situation. All right. Anything else we should be aware of? Trying to think here. I think that it's going to be it. Jets, I told you guys about ETF. That is another great call that's been working out pretty darn well for us as well. Let's see. Zoom hit an all-time high again. Look at this line of resistance here. Getting to as high as, what was the high? 205.80. This is one that one that keeps on giving. Let's just wait and see what happens tomorrow. See if this resistance does hold up. We've officially had a retest of this ascending line of resistance. We're currently above it. This is definitely a retest. So again, let's just wait to see what happens tomorrow. But if this all translates, use that to your advantage, and this could mean that long-term Zoom should keep on going up. This is going to be business as usual, or the new way of conducting business through Zoom, through GoToMeeting. What's the other one? Oracle has WebEx. So, I mean, this is going to be the way to conduct business going forward. So I do think that all of these, and also cloud. So here's another one, CrowdStrike. Wait for that one to come back down. I don't want to, and also Zoom, right? You want to wait for that stuff to cool down, and then pick your entry. You don't want to buy into it at these levels. You never want to chase a runaway train, as I say. Not the time to do it right now. Just wait. If you believe in these stocks long term, just wait for a better entry, which should be coming. Let's see. LVGO is another one that's been doing pretty great, above the 21, above the 55. I had a retest recently of the 200 simple there, and regained a very bullish position there. Let's actually take a look at it. 22.34. All right. So, and again, Facebook, even though Mark Zuckerberg has come out and publicly stated that he is not going to ban any tweets or any posts from Mr. Trump. The stock is actually doing quite well, regardless of that piece of news. I do have a small position in Facebook, and I am holding it, I think, longer term. I do think we're going to retest 239 here pretty soon, if things hold up. RSI for the most part still pointing upwards. There's definitely momentum in it left here. That was a 2-hour. So on the 4-hour, we just got a nice little bullish cross here on Facebook. Again, if it translates, this should have continuation. So let's see, anything else that we want to cover? I think that's pretty much it. Run did break out earlier today. I did enter that at the breakout point at 16. Was it 16? I'm gonna call it 1650, somewhere around there. I saw that there was another bullish cross here within the stochastic, and entered into a small position because these are higher risk. But again, it turned out to be pretty good. The point we were looking for, or the sort of the event that we were looking for to get in it was, was it going to break above 1707? It actually did. I was lucky. I entered a little sooner than I usually do, right? But I did have just I guess a feeling that it was going to do well, and it was going to actually go above this previous line of resistance. So there you go. Is it going to continue? Not sure. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. Might have to exit with small 5 or 6% profit, something like that. Not too bad. I mean, currently sitting at 5.81% in the last 24 hours. I got in a little earlier, so I'm guessing I'll be around 5 or 6%. Not too bad. Not too bad. Short little trade, day trade. All right, I think that is it for tonight. Again, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hopefully you are getting something in exchange for your time here tonight. Thanks for being here. Follow at the Real Shops 56 at Twitter, and also on YouTube. All right, guys, thanks so much. We'll see you guys on the next one.